Tiger's not here. That means we can talk about spoilers.
What spoilers?
For
My Hero Academia.
Oh.
yes, we can. Actually.
I haven't read today's one. I haven't read the most recent one. Because it's probably out now and I haven't read
But you
it.
saw the
I saw
conclusion
the
of the
I saw the
fight with
fight with Star.
Yeah.
That was
really good.
That was good.
Boy, that was intense.
I mean, they gave me her powers gave me some big Hunter x Hunter vibes though.
It was almost unbeatable, or somehow
It's so strong.
by pure coincidence.
I mean, it's not, well, it's
By pure luck,
there's a
it was-
limit
yeah.
to what she can
Yeah.
do, or there's a threshold. I think, like for example, when she makes herself really strong, she can't make herself as strong as like All Might because of her. There's a limit to how much she can do.
Yeah.
So they did cap it, although it is still fucking strong for what I read. Like what she can do with it already. The air is a bigger version of me. Are you mad? Like. So then I was like, oh shit, this girl is like, the laser is holdable.
Yeah, that was a really. I can't wait till they animate that.
Yeah. Like, okay, so what we, at the moment where it's going, like, to be honest, I don't really know where it's going.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
being
sure.
honest. I'm
We
not
are
really
in the
sure.
final arc territory,
It
surely.
feels final archy.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do like a time skip, but I'm thinking they're not going to do a
They
time
can't do it now because according to the story, they've got a limited amount of time before what's this? I call him Awful Shigaraki, bro, because the combination of the two is full power, and then that's at the end he wins it.
2 months or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't. You'll see.
The story, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Currently in the story, there's a bit of a change in the time frame.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have to beat him before he becomes 100% full power.
Otherwise, it's tricky.
Otherwise, it's all over. Because he's got.
Well, not necessarily all over. It's just harder.
They are literally saying it's the end. If he gets 100% full power, it's the end.
But I thought the whole point of it was that if he gets 100% full power, that what's his face needs to also be 100% full power. Because like even in the last comic, Midori, yeah. The only said in the last comic said that the only thing that was standing with, like in his way was, unless I misread the context of it, that he said it was all for one. Sorry, one for all and Star. And that two things was like if all for one basically being in his way, and if Star shows up like unannounced, those are two things that are annoying. But if he gets Star's power, then everything is just. Yeah, that's how I read it. Like if he gets Star's power,
how far have you gone?
Okay, so because you guys are completely up to date, right?
Yeah.
So the last bit I read is where he takes Star's power, and then Star puts a rule on her own power, saying that it revolts against other powers. So he needs to get rid of it. That's where I'm at the moment.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, God, there's more that I haven't read yet. I should just fucking read it.
You probably should, yeah. So once he deals with that issue, then it's
There's another issue. Okay.
yeah.
But based on like what I was reading, it was that he wants Star's power, and if he gets Star's power, everything becomes irrelevant, basically. But if he gets Star's power, like it doesn't even matter about one for all.
In a sense, because he's basically
He's just
unbeatable.
Yeah.
Plus, he gets 100% full power. Then it's 100%. That's the end.
It's just the end.
He will rule the world.
Yeah,
No, Japan. Forget Japan. He's ruled the
He's
world.
done.
With the guy, all for one, his original power was to give people powers, right?
It was to take and give.
Was to take and give.
Yeah, so he can collect power, but he
okay.
can also give it.
Yeah.
So he gave the first one the power of
Transferring power.
No, he gave him the power of stockpiling.
And then that.
But he didn't know that he actually had a quirk.
Yeah, on the quirk.
Oh, he had a quirk on top of that already.
Yeah. So that's what created One for All. And it's a stockpiling power, so he was weakest, but the more times he passes it over, it gets stronger and stronger. And then it goes to a huge plot twist that says, well, the only way to... One for All is basically almost done because it can only be... It's optimal with people that don't have quirks. And the amount of people that don't have quirks is shrinking. So Midoriya, theoretically, is probably the last inheritor of One for All.
Right, yeah.
Even though it doesn't make sense because there are people that don't have powers you can pass over to, but whatever. It's what it is. Yeah, we got Midoriya.
Yeah,
he's like 20%. Yeah, it's like
not the only one.
Yeah, it's not the only one that doesn't have powers. I'm sure you can find one person say sorry. Eat my hair.
Sorry.
You have to pass this over to you. Eat my hair. But there's. But My Hero is getting interesting. The anime is like, but I'm not.
Yeah, I
huge
didn't watch
fan
the
of it.
most previous season really.
I haven't finished it, but we don't really need to
Didn't like
because it's that season is quite like it's character development focused again. So there's nothing really happening. I mean, wait, who's the main villain of the newest one?
In hindsight, it's not really. Where are they now? Are they doing
Villain Academia. That's what they.
Oh yeah, they focus. Oh, actually, I have watched quite a lot of it. Actually, they focused on.
I didn't get onto the villains bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
the one
actually
that-
animated really
the
well.
arc before that, I think was a waste of time. Ultimately, when you think about it, Class
Which one?
A versus Class B,
Yeah.
hardly any of them are used properly in any of the following up. So why did they do it?
True.
It's only when they have
felt like filler.
to take down the giant guy. But again, it's not even.
But even Class B, were Class B even involved in that?
I don't know if
Yeah, they were.
What did they do?
They were. I think they were all involved, weren't they? I don't remember what they weren't focused on at all.
Yeah, not at all. No, they
But
were
I
just
think they were.
background.
I imagine that. Well, in my head, I feel like they were all. It was basically all hands on deck, but they were just put in the back. They weren't put in the
Yeah,
front
they
lines.
yeah, it's true. It was basically just Class A, and obviously the pro heroes. Yeah.
I wish they should.
Yeah, well, now I think about it, it's just a waste of time to do the Class A class because they really went into the backstories and the part. It was just pointless.
Yeah, it's quite wasted. Quite wasted. I wish why I felt they should have done a time skip because you know how it was in Naruto where he started off from like Genin and then you see people develop and become like commanders of certain groups and stuff like that. You know, I thought the natural progression of it was to see Midoriya go through different stages. So now he's actually like, he's got his license, but then later on he'll actually work for an agency and then have his own sidekick and stuff, and his sidekick could be the water guy and whatever it is. But they're probably not going to do that.
Yeah,
anyway.
kind of what they did now when Midoriya's kind of like the Dark Knight. But if they just done that with a time skip, I think that would have been a lot better.
When he goes a bit darker.
He goes a bit rogue. Yeah, do that with the time skip and then go from there. But it felt like everything in My Hero Academia is less than a year. I think
it's happening quite quickly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, it's not as
gives me Pokemon vibes. Like you have 12 seasons of Pokemon, Ash Ketchum hasn't aged a day.
yeah.
He's still 12.
He's like 112 or something.
And he's been to numerous Pokemon tournaments.
Yeah.
It just
and
feels...
only won.
Yes. And everyone thought, is that the end of Pokemon now? No, it's kind of... Everyone thought he was going to lose because he has to. That's kind of feels like the end where he wins the Pokemon tournament and that's it. But it's still going on and still going strong.
Did Misty ever get her bike back?
Oh yeah, that was the whole point. That was the whole premise of Misty following him so she can get back her bicycle. It wasn't a bike, it was a bicycle, right? He broke. Yeah, broke. Yeah.
Then she just kept on following him
until he gets the bicycle, and then she never got it. And Pokemon was so funny. Like back in the first couple of seasons of Pokemon were really good. They're really, really good.
When my mom would look at him like, this is demonic.
Oh god, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Everything was demonic.
Couldn't join Pokemon.
Cat in the Hat was demonic.
Power Ranger.
Green Eggs and Ham was demonic.
I've seen it all.
Scooby-Doo was demonic.
Yeah,
Talking
they had
dog.
ghosts and
everything.
But then the ghosts were never real, innit?
Yeah, there's something I absolutely couldn't even get away with watching, like Sabrina.
Oh, definitely not Sabrina.
I couldn't. Angel, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Absolutely no way. I remember sometimes there'll be some stuff around Naruto at one point. People like, Orochimaru got a lot of people, got a lot of it banned in households because of Orochimaru, the snake and the.
Yeah, I'm talking about the demon fox. Is like someone's stomach is in a big deal.
Well, it is what it is, man.
Okay, brilliant.
So what do you think?
So what you were saying? So he doesn't have it then.
Doesn't have what?
New Order.
He does.
He doesn't, because she just said that basically because of how many quirks he has in him, the revolt is basically killed the quirk anyway.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why I understood from that, because you're going to pass it on to somebody.
Which he did.
He didn't. Because when she's about to do it, she calls him an idiot and says that basically because of all the quirks that she's revolting against, it's killed the quirk.
Yeah, I just
So he doesn't even have it now anymore. It's all just.
I didn't. I thought he actually just had it.
I think I'm wrong, but from what I understood from that, he tried to pass it on and it's dead.
I need to go to those lore nerds on YouTube and see what they're saying about
Okay,
it. Because
from what I can see, he doesn't have it.
Man, that character
Because it seems
three
that-
chapters.
She did. She was sick.
She was
Sick. Every character in the whole
female
story.
Captain America.
Sick,
Yeah, she was
man.
sick.
When I first saw it, I was like, what's this?
She's the most powerful. Yeah, I thought Muriel was strong, but she's just another.
Which was Miriam again?
What's his name? The guy that says power. The guy that can phase through people.
Oh yeah, he's strong, but he's a different kind of strength, to be honest. Like, but he's the strongest student. He was the best student, I think it was.
I'll be one of the best I think he's one of the strongest.
I don't know if they put him as strongest in Japan. I think he was just the strongest student, is why. So I noticed the big three.
Yeah.
And he was one of the big three. I saw it as like the highest potential students in the school was him.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I think that they were comparing him to even pro heroes.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That he could be on par with pro heroes.
Right.
Because even when he was doing his bit, when he came in, he was just
smashing up everybody.
People up, yeah, easily.
Mashing up everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, like it's interesting. Well, from what I've seen there, that whole fight basically even deleted some of his other quirks.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, we're going to be perfect by tomorrow, but she's bought us like a couple of weeks.
A month. Yeah, I think they bought a month.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, okay.
So that now they have to beat him within a month.
Yeah. Well, they have, because when I read it was that Midori has to be ready by that time, not so much that they have to beat him before he's. I'm understanding it might be wrong.
I thought there was you have to beat him before he goes 100%.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'll reread it. We'll see. But
yeah.
Midori ain't beating that boy. He could hardly beat the boy when it was like in the 89. How you gonna beat him now?
Well, the thing is, even when he was fighting there, he only even understood 2 of his quirks.
Oh yeah, it's true. Now
he understands loads of them. But even then, his quirks, they're good, but they're not that good though. He has a smoke screen.
Yeah, he
has a whip. He has super strength, obviously.
Yeah, he's got that spidey sense.
Basically, yeah. Spidey sense. And he has a...
Flight.
Yeah, he's got float. Yeah,
he has float, sorry. And he has one more, which is like that kick thing.
Yeah, that can kick. Yeah,
just like shoots him in a direction.
Yeah.
Was that a quirk? I thought he was just kicking in the air.
No. I think it was the guy with the long hair, with the ponytail thing.
There's got 2 other quirks that he's got to get. You know them 2 guys.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's still more.
You remember the films when we thought that it was Bakugo.
I don't know how that makes sense though.
I know, but like you're looking at him. It looks like him. It looks like him.
It looked like him. I was like, I don't know if that makes any sense. How that works.
Then why did they make a big deal of having them separated from the group?
I don't know.
Because they don't want to give him.
It's a good point. I don't know why.
Because you remember when they did it, like when they were switching, like back in Naruto, when they kind of hid Obito. And you're kind of thinking, is Obito still alive? He's the Madara Uchiha? And they're kind of hiding it, and then they tried to change it. They were trying to, but everyone knew. Who else could it be? And then they finally did the reveal, and there's Obito. Everyone knew that.
Yeah.
Then I thought it was like they were hiding it, but surely these guys have some sort of
it's true. I don't know why they
spiky hair, very similar to Bakugo, and the other guy's very similar to Red Riot. I can't remember his other name. Kirishima, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just some 2 random dudes.
Yeah. That's right. I don't know why
did they make a big deal out of it? Like they deliberately blocked them out.
I don't know why. Unless they changed their minds halfway through, because they wouldn't have made it. To me, it wouldn't make any sense. If it was Bakugo, like how did Bakugo in there? Doesn't make any.
Bakugo from the future, and then it was like, he was either third user.
Oh my god! This is what we were still thinking.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a theory crafting. I was like. Sometimes you're thinking it's so dumb, but
it just reminds me of the whole like what's the Attack on Titan. I haven't even said that. Attack on Titan thing at I won't say it, but you know like how it ended. We were like, oh yeah, it's time travel, and it's like, and I was like, but where does this come from though?
Because that's the only way it could make sense.
Like, it didn't even make sense. In the end, so we're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't.
There are so many reasons why he should be able to do it, but he just did it. Okay, fine, cool, whatever.
Yeah, even when, bro, why do they have to bring that up again? I just remembered how bad that thing was. That end was whoa.
Just like, okay, fine, build up, but okay, fine. So far, I'm quite happy where it's going, although I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know where it's going. I'm quite happy. Because when you know what's going to happen, you'll be like, man. Well.
I would love to reread it though from when it finishes.
Because agreed.
A lot of plot points happen. Is like, you know, when you reread something, you realize, snap. That's how I got with God of War. When I finished it and I went back to it, and I saw even the first fight with the stranger, and even there's stuff where he says no, and you're like, oh, now I get why he said that in the beginning. Before you just thought he was just murmuring, but from a lore perspective, it makes sense why he was just like, oh no, I thought you would be the one. How disappointing.
Wait, who is stranger?
The one with the tattoos that doesn't feel anything.
Oh,
when he's like, no.
Yeah, after he gets punched, he's like, no, this isn't.
Then it's like, oh, I thought you'd be the one. How incredibly disappointing. All of that is lore. When
I need to go back and check.
Do you remember Boulder's invulnerability, the magic? And how he got that.
Well, are we talking about God of War?
Yeah, Boulder.
I thought we were still talking about My Hero Academia.
No, I'm saying just my point. Like, I like to read back on it just to see all the little hints and everything.
The references that you don't know
that you don't really know now.
you know the information. Yeah. So far, happy with it.